welcome back to ICO Review. And today we'll be having a look at Auscoin. Now, we'll be doing the video in a slightly different order is the word I was looking for. We'll be doing the video in a slightly different order than normal today. So let's just have a look at Auscoin's engagement first of all. Followers on Twitter, 1,041. Facebook sitting at 8,069 likes with 8,540 people following the page presently. And that's pretty good considering they haven't actually reached ICO stage just yet. In 16 days, 3 hours, 18 minutes, 16 days, 3 hours, 17 minutes as of recording this video. The reason why I'm doing things in a little bit of a different order is I want to go over what it is Auscoin is offering, what it is they're trying to achieve. And then I want to talk about my personal feelings about every side of the equation. And if you're already familiar with the project, there'll be a timestamp down below so that you can just fast forward to my personal thoughts on Auscoin. So the Auscoin ICO goal here is to make Bitcoin accessible through Australia and the Asia Pacific region throughout 2018. Now, the way in which they're primarily attempting to achieve this is through the distribution of about 12,000 Bitcoin ATMs, first and foremost throughout Australia. And I know for a fact that there already are a few in Victoria. I believe there's one in and around the South Yarra kind of Richmond area, which makes perfect sense if they're trying to make the sale and acquisition of Bitcoin a user-friendly experience. So it's a fantastic thing to do for crypto awareness and adoption. And it is a $14 to $15 million undertaking. So they're certainly not stuffing around there, I don't think. And two other sides to that equation, we have the ATMs going out. They're proposing a merchant service in which they will allow Bitcoin, Auscoin, and other top altcoins to be accepted by major retailers in and around Australia. And also there is talk in their white paper of a card, and it seems as if it's an Auscoin kind of debit credit card situation. But let's talk about how it all works. So first and foremost, the ATMs, it's a pretty simple process, and there is a video on their YouTube link in the description below as per normal that details the entire process. So you pump in your phone number, receive a randomly generated code that is then texted to you, much like cardless cash if you have cardless cash options where you live in the world. Then you can either scan an existing wallet or create a wallet there on the spot, so the machine will spit out a QR code. So the machine will print you out an actual paper wallet, and then you just fund it with fiat, or in this case, Australian dollars. And watching the video, it's a very seamless, very easy, very user-friendly process. And cash out is very much the same. Enter your phone number, enter the password, scan the QR code, you're off to the races, no drama. In terms of the investor's value proposition, the idea is to put 1% of transaction fees back into the Auscoin network, thus creating an appreciation effect of the token. Now, I have scanned the white paper, Medium, other areas on the internet, and I genuinely cannot find a use case for the token outside of generating funds for Auscoin, not an active use case. I cannot genuinely find an active use case for the token. Let's have a look, for instance, at IcoAnalysis.com. This is one of the many places I had a squeeze at when I was trying to find the use case for the token. So aside from their vision of making Bitcoin more readily accessible by Australians, there is not one single positive to the Auscoin token ICO. Okay, that's pretty harsh language, but they make a point in saying that the Auscoin token provides no utility or linkage to the profit guesstimates. And sifting through the white paper, I have found a use case or an indication of a use case, but it's not yet active. And before we go on to that, it's important to be aware that Auscoin is allegedly working on a lot of retail partnerships, large shopping complexes in and around Australia, and notable notable retailers themselves. However, none of these have been named to my knowledge as of yet. So it seems to me that the intended use case for the token is hidden here in the white paper under transaction cards. So I've already mentioned the fact that they intend to have Auscoin transaction cards that you can use at retailers that will be partnered to accept Auscoin. The possible implementation of transaction cards, similar in size to the traditional credit card. We aim for these cards to be a secure offline storage device for your Auscoin, which can be used to conduct transactions with participating merchants and at Auscoin ATMs. So it seems as if the transaction cards come off, then the true value of the token will be linked to peer-to-peer or peer-to-business payments utilizing Auscoin, i.e. supply and demand. Right now, I would call this very high risk in terms of return on investment. There are far few indicators of return on investment than what I would normally like to see in an ICO, at least a use case for the token. And right now, it does not seem to me as if a true functioning, tangible use case for the token actually exists. Even though they have already raised 1.5 million in 24 hours, I might add, for the seeding round. And even though they do have a good amount of hype, 17,000 people registering for the ICO. Now, just in case it seems as if I'm coming down a little bit hard on Auscoin, let's be clear. I like what they're trying to do. I like their vision, and I like what they're doing for public awareness and perception of cryptocurrency. They're really getting Bitcoin to the next level of accessibility for the everyday individual. Just the token's value proposition is not there for me right now. Not there enough for me to part with my Bitcoin. Not there enough for me to part with my Ether. But I'll palm that one off to you guys now. I'd like to hear from those of you that have invested, those of you that haven't invested, your reasons why, etc. As always, do your own due diligence. If you want to participate in more conversations like this one, come join us over at the Crypto Nebula community on Telegram, link in the description. I have been your crypto enthusiast, and I'll see you in the next video.